Congratulations. You got the interview invite, which means your profile got shortlisted. Now, going for a first interview will feel like you're walking into a lion's den. The difference here is the lion is wearing a tie and holding your profile in his hand and asking you questions. Welcome to PEP Talks. My name is Shashikant and I'm going to prepare you for this scenario in today's video. Before I start this video, I want to take a moment to tell all the people who are watching this video that we are making these videos in a very basic and simple manner. The idea is you want to help freshers and young professionals who have about 0 to 6 years experience and need this guidance. Because in our experience, we feel this segment needs that kind of guidance and support. So if you are an experienced person watching this video, and if you like it, please watch it, like, subscribe to our channel. But otherwise, please pass this on to somebody who you think will benefit from it. So now, having this out of the way, let me start the video. So this video is going to be in 6 parts. I'm going to talk about 6 pointers which you can make a note of. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to give you a tip on how you can use AI in managing the interview process. So let's start now. Before you start thinking what you're going to wear for the interview day or what you're going to speak in the interview, I want you to Google the company. Like you would do research on the girl whom you have crush or the boy whom you have crush on by checking on what they are up to in Instagram or Facebook. I want you to do that with the company also. Please do research, check what they are in news for, what are the latest developments in the company so that you are well informed and you can handle interview questions better. On the day of the interview, if you're given a time of 10 o'clock and related to back to the days when you went on the first date, if you were to go on a date and you agreed at a 10 o'clock time, I'm sure you would have reached there by 9:30. Now, I don't want you to go 9:30 here, but I want you to be there at least by 9:45. And the reason is that sometimes the interview room or the interview block is a little away from the security or reception. And it takes about 10-15 minutes for a person to clear the process because early morning, everybody's coming to office and the security team is busy and you shouldn't become late because of that. So the 10 minutes buffer time is for you to clear all this process and be in front of the interview room at 9:55. 9:55 is okay. 10:01 is not acceptable. Okay, so do that, follow this. And once you're planning what to wear for interview, please keep these things in mind. For guys, the dress code is simple. If the role requires you to wear a blazer and a tie, please do that. Otherwise, plain light colored shirt with dark trousers, a belt and leather shoes. Don't wear check shirts, don't wear t-shirts, no sport shoes, no sandals. Okay. For ladies, you can wear western outfit, salwar kameez or sari. One common thing for both is please don't wear any strong perfume or have any strong odor which can irritate the panel members. For guys and girls, if you're a smoker, please don't enter the interview room with stink of a cigarette. Okay, that can be a put off for the panel members. Now, having entered the interview room, please greet all the interview panel members and based on the time zone. So if you're going in the morning, because I told 10 o'clock, it's good morning. If you're talking to somebody virtually on a virtual interview, talk to them and greet to them in their time zone. So though it might be 10 o'clock for you, it might be afternoon or evening for them. So greet them accordingly. Now, once you're asked to take a seat, please sit. Your posture should be very straight up, but it should not look like you're there for an interview of a bodyguard. Maintain eye contact, but it should not be a stare where you're trying to give a feeling, I know your dark secrets. No, that's not what the look should be. It should be a normal connect, eye to eye connect. Please wear a smile on your face, not the kind of smile which is like somebody is forcing you to be a part of the family photograph and you're forcing a smile. Have a smile on your face and then start interacting with the panel members. All throughout the interview process, pace out your speech. Don't be in a hurry to talk. When they ask you to tell about yourself, please understand this is not an invitation for you to start from your childhood and make a whole documentary of an hour. No. Please ensure that this is like a Netflix series trailer, which is short, crisp, and to the point. You talk career highlights related to this job. That's it. Okay? Little bit about yourself and your hobbies is good, but don't go on elaborate in terms of who your uncles are, who your brother is working for, all those in detail unless until they ask you for it. And if any question comes where you don't have an answer, please be honest and tell, I don't know about it. Please understand that the panel members have interviewed almost about 100, 200 candidates before you, if not more than that. And they can sense things when somebody is trying to make up something. For you, this is the first interview. So don't try to go on a trip where you want to give an impression that I know everything. If you don't know something, you don't know something. As simple as that. Do that. Some questions that are going to come in interview, and especially if you're a fresher or a young professional, these might come as bouncers for you because you think there's a standard answer for it, but there's no standard answer. And hence, I think it is very important for you to know what to answer. For instance, somebody will ask you, tell me something about a challenging situation that you had come across and how you handled it. Now, when somebody is asking that, if you're a working professional, you will talk to them in relation to your work life. If not, if you're a fresher, then you'll talk to them about your college or about your life till now, what you have lived. I want you to follow STAR methodology. Now, what does STAR methodology mean? That means you talk about the situation. What was the situation which you find challenging? What was the task that was needed to be done in that situation? What was the action you had taken and what was the result of it? Keep it crisp and talk so that you don't have to elaborate too much on it, but at the same time, you're conveying what was the challenge, what was needed to be done, and what you had done. As simple as that. Some panelists are going to ask you, and in most of the interviews, they ask this question, tell me about your weakness or what are your weaknesses. Now, very important for you to understand why are they asking you this question. They have two things in mind when they are asking you this question. One is, how much is your self-awareness? Are you aware or did you anytime self-introspect to understand what is your good things and what are your bad things to be worked on? Second thing, they also want to know if there are some weaknesses in you which can become a problem tomorrow for the organization or in you performing the duties. So that's the purpose. Now, everybody has weaknesses. The tendency of everybody is that somebody asks you to talk good about yourself, strengths, we can go on talking for hours. But the moment somebody tells us to tell something about which is not good in us or weakness, we shy away. General response is, no, I don't have any weakness. Need not necessarily be. If you have a weakness, please talk about it. Also tell them what are you doing to do to overcome it. Or if you're already doing something to overcome it, please mention that also. Okay? It's not wrong or bad to have weaknesses until unless you have a major weakness that can hinder your job performance, then it's a different chapter altogether. Panelists might ask you also that where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Now, there is no standard answer for this, but I have always got a standard response whenever I've asked a candidate this question. And the prompt answer was that I want to be a manager in this company. Need not necessarily be. If you have done research about the company, if you know about their hierarchy, you know in 5 years what is possible, what is not possible. Plus, it is also possible that you have your own plans. After doing work here for some time or after working here for some time, you might be wanting to go for higher studies or you might be wanting to start something of your own. Please talk about that. You need not tell a standard template answer, right? Talk what is relevant to you, what you feel and what your plans are. Lastly, one question that might come to you is, why should you be considered for this role? Now, Here also you need to put yourself in the interview panel shoes. They are asking you because of two reasons. One is they want to see how good you are at pitching yourself. Secondly, what is the factor that is going to differentiate you from the other finalists that they are going to interview. So keep these two in mind. If you're a fresher, you can talk about your interest in the role, what you have done research, you want to make a career in this line, talk about that. If you're a working professional, please talk about why this company's role is a better option than your previous company. Please don't talk ill or bad about your previous company, whatever is the reason. You should always talk positive that, okay, I feel here I have a better chance of growing, I have better chance of learning, whatever facts brought you to apply for this interview. Having done all this, very important for you to clarify all your doubts before leaving the interview room. For two reasons. One is, once you have clarified all your doubts and queries, you are well prepared to take a decision if the result were to be positive. Secondly, this also gives a panel an impression that you're serious and you are going to take this opportunity very seriously if it is offered to you, right? After doing that, once you leave, please ensure that you send out a thank you note by mail. But ensure that you clarify your doubts. If you want, you can politely put it to them and say that, okay, I have some queries. If you have time, will you permit me to ask us or direct me to somebody whom I can talk to? And come out and then send them the thank you mail for their time. Don't elaborate. Don't send a big essay writing. Just a short and crisp mail thanking them for their time. If you have the mail ID that was given to you. Now, the tip that I wanted to give you, which I told you about at the beginning of the video, is there are a lot of tools available on the net, which actually give you an option of having a mock interview. So there's a position for which you want to get interviewed. You talk about that position and they throw questions, relevant questions to you. In fact, some sites offer you an option of recording the video also so that you can check your body language, how your response was. So please do that. Otherwise, we have tested all the AI tools. We have tested ChatGPT, we have tested Perplexity, Copilot, and Gemini. And among all these, we felt Gemini was the more relevant. And we felt more confident and comfortable using Gemini for asking it to give us a list of 10 questions, which can possibly come for this JD. And we also uploaded the profile and said, what should be my response to these questions? And it gave you the right answer also based on your profile. Now you can further elaborate. So the 10 questions, if you're happy with it, you can make it 20, 30 also, and it will keep doing it. There is also one more option. You can connect with Gemini over a voice. There's a connect option with Gemini on all phones. And you can actually have a mock interview with Gemini. And Gemini will ask you questions, you will respond. It will tell you what was wrong and what was right in your response and a suggestion. So please try doing that. But don't overdo it, because sometimes when you do go overboard in doing things, you're more nervous than you should be in the interview. But this will give you a context of what are the possible questions that might come up, what would be the right response to it. And if the response that you had in mind should be altered, then it will help you in doing that. So please try doing that, because preparation is the key here. If you're prepared, you will handle the interview better. Lastly, the result will be out of the interview. So two options again. You get selected. If you get selected, congratulations and all the best for your role. If you don't get selected, please note that outcome of a job interview is not a reflection of your capability. Does not mean that you are bad or you have failed. No, you have not failed. In a simple scenario, 15 people have come for the final round of interview for one position. Only one had to get selected. And you would have missed by a narrow whisker, because on that particular day, the other person was more confident or he had more relevant experience. So don't bother about it. Think back. If there is something you could have done better in the interview, prepare for it, prepare for your next interview and go ahead. We're going to come with a lot of videos on such topics. So like, subscribe to our channel, so that you get notified for all such future videos that we upload. Thank you and all the best.